trust a man with a wolf on his t-shirt. Oh, we're live! Well, that advice stands true whether I'm live or not. Don't trust a man with a wolf on his t-shirt.
I want to know why, and how does this relate to not you, not the show, you, because it clearly has affected you.
Man, have you never dealt with a person with a wolf on their t-shirt? You've seen them as they walk through the street. They're 90% douchebags all the time. All the time. They're the ones complaining and lying. They're minuscule life. They're the ones talking back to the police but getting away with it. You know, all types of shit. Wolf t-shirt guys are the worst people on the planet. Oh, Carlito, no! Don't go.
He learned the lesson from Finn a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's on his way. It feels like, get him, Carlito. Get him. Carlito's going straight for the ass.
Whereas Liv's like, yeet!
Yeet. Yeet all over him. Yeet.
Yeet!
Yeet. Again, if you have the energy to cover somebody, you have the energy to tackle the next person.
No, you don't. Sometimes you just have to protect the person getting murdered.
It just proved that, you know, Jey Uso's their only support right there. Sad. It's sad.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am Lord Manny Hayes, aka Prince of Ambiguous, aka the King of Gravy, and I'm joined by
You're joined by Marcus Tessitore, his ACL. I'm going by Tessitore, and I'm going to add the ACL at the end. That's Tessitore. Imagine being the Black Tessitore. What's your last name, Tessitore? Black?
I mean, that's possible.
Anything is possible. I heard Kevin Garnett yell that years ago.
Anything is possible.
But I doubt if you walk into a room and be like, Mr. Tessitore, you'll be expecting someone else. Oh. I didn't know
Hello,
that.
Sonia. You said that
Hello,
twice.
Sonia.
Hello.
Hello.
There is news today, Marcus. Raw, as of October, I don't remember the date, 7th, I want to say.
Some news reporter here. You said it like you're confident you had the breaking news. Raw, as of, shit. October or whatever. You're figuring out. If you're a wrestling fan, you'd early know.
I want to point out, Marcus probably had about 3 hours sleep just now. I have had 3 hours sleep and then gone to work.
See, as you see, that's the big event, Manny. I call that Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Because I'm dead on those days.
Yeah. So I think it's the first Raw in October. On USA for the remainder of the year, Raw will be going back to 2 hours.
I'm almost crying. This has been a war for how many years, Manny? I feel like it has to be over a decade. Everybody has wanted this to go back to 2 hours for so long.
But the question is though, USA is going to be 2 hours for the remainder of the year. What if Netflix go, you could go for 4 hours if you wanted to.
Netflix, the following show has no time limit. We will just go on.
Like, do you know when AEW announced, a title match? AEW's title matches are like a 60-minute time limit. You know it's never going to that length most times if it's at the end of the show. You know they're not going to go extra.
13, we got 13 minutes left.
They ain't got the money to do shit like that. Whereas like, if that happens on Netflix, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no! Wait, who's wrestling in the main event? They're really going to do it. Oh, who's the main event? Gunther versus Dragunov. Well, how long can they go? Oh boy.
Forever.
Oh boy. Here we go.
They're going to go to the end of the line.
Here's my favorite part, right, Manny. You're going to think, we just reached time limit draw or whatever. Contender doesn't do it. They're going to really do a time limit draw. Adam Pearce going like, well, you guys know what? We're on Netflix now. We have until completion. There's no longer a time limit to this match. Oh, they're really fighting forever. 2 hour match.
Sonia Hernandez says, "Yeet, I'm so happy Jay wins the championship tournament." I think it was inevitable he was going to win that championship tournament.
You know what? There was doubts. There was doubts. There was a moment
I
there
have
where I
no
thought Pete
doubt
got it.
in
I thought Pete
mind.
got it.
I have no doubt in mind that he was. I was like, Pete ain't doing anything.
I know Ilya
I ain't,
wasn't
go-
doing it.
I ain't gonna call him the B word because you don't know, he might just appear.
With
He's a
Braun?
scrappy little guy.
Oh, yeah. He come up here like, hey, let me at him. Let me at him. Anyway.
It sounds like Clutch.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it has a few letters. Let's talk about other news, Manny. Let's talk about the violence that happened over the weekend. The crimes.
So I'm aware
The
of the crimes.
audacity. The audacity.
I'm aware of the crimes. I've got a plastic bag here.
Oh, boy. Manny, don't do Exhibit A. You see why they say don't try this at home?
So, there's a reason. I feel like John Moxley is the reason for this now. On bags, it says, "Safety first, to avoid danger or suffocation. Keep this bag away from babies and children." This bag, apparently, you can strangle adults with because it says keep away from babies and children.
Yeah, if only he had that bag, but no, he had what appeared to be something like a sandwich bag. Oh, God. So, I guess we can talk about that one first. The violence that happened, the crime, Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry. The crime itself is that match happened. Nothing against, it's just that I didn't care. I didn't care about Jack Perry in this run. And then the celebration when the Blackpool Combat Club, who hasn't been together ever, decides to celebrate together with Pac, who has lost earlier in the night.
Mox hasn't been affiliated with them for
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, if not, you can say months. So they come out there, so it's obvious heel turn. Obvious heel turn is happening, which I'm offended that if they showed discipline and didn't show me Mox, and this was the return of Mox and him walking out there, I would have been like, hey, what the hell? What the hell's wrong with you? But because he walked out there and did it, and then he decided to suffocate Bryan Danielson with a plastic bag, where AEW does not condone this as they will not put this online or whatever.
Yeah. We can't. Plastic bags are not toys, people. They're not toys.
And so that happened. And how did I feel after I saw it? I was like, well, you can you just choke him? Could you just regularly choke them? What's the paper bag for? Why did you need a plastic bag?
Plastic bag has intent.
The plastic bag, and I'm sorry to sound like a serial killer or a murderer, but you would use that so you can get rid of the evidence easy. You're not going to just do that to do that. If you're going to do it in front of people, one of the witnesses, you can just choke a man. You can just choke a man. Why not use radio wire or something?
You're walking a path that normally it's reserved for Levi.
Hold on, baby. Hold your emotions. Let's get through this point and then go to Jay Spush and his morning greetings.
Yeah.
So we go through that, and then we get the cage match. The match starts with an attempted decapitation as both men fight at the edge of the ring for the cage, trying to decapitate the other person, only for Nana to push them out the way. There's the use of a cinder block that looks disgusting every time they use it, when there were power bombs on it and a cop killer on it and all types of moves where they just land on their back. And it just looks disgusting.
Well, Marcus, sorry to interrupt you, but Keith Lee hasn't been the same since that cinder block.
Jumped right on his stomach. Well, Hangman got hit in the back of the head in L.A. with it, and you know what? Well, I guess he's not the same anymore either. So, there's all types of violence. There's a needle stabbing through the cheek that ends the match, and then there's the open headshot with the chair. Hangman Page win, and the moral of the story is white is right. I don't know.
No, I think it's, you fuck with some white people, they take it too far. Do you know when Japan fucked with America and they just bombed the masculinity out of Japan?
Yeah, let's not talk about nuclear bombs here, man. These are war crimes.
Yeah, but this is what happens when you taunt the white man. They go too far sometimes.
They go too far without any laws or legal limitations. So there was an
I didn't like that chair shot though. I didn't
That
like
chair
that
shot
chair
was
shot.
nasty.
It was disgusting.
And honestly, you know, I'm assuming they're going to say they gimmicked the chair or whatnot and all that. But whatever. It sounded disgusting. I think if they just left it with the chair shot instead of the stabbing and the poking and everything else they did, I'd be like, all right. I think they just went too far. They went too far with their violence. They went too far. It's so to the point where every match after that, what's next? Because I'm about to list to you a bunch of things AEW has done, Manny, and that's just this year, and I maybe just talking about the past few months. We've had people set on fire, stabbings. Jack Perry got... No, Darby set Jack Perry on fire and then tried to do it again on TV and played guns by pouring gasoline on him. That's happened multiple times. We've had the Mox and Bryan Danielson paper bag. We now have people getting stabbed with needles and there's barbed wire and stuff like that. We've had Jericho drive Samoa Joe through a wall. And I think this escalation is going too far. Where do you go now?
Well, that's the thing. They keep raising the bar, so you have to go higher.
Yeah, like we're at the point where
die.
Yeah, we're at the point where someone's got to pull out an actual knife. Because also in this match, in a act of petty, which chuckled me a lot, because I'm like, I don't know who's this petty, but that's legendary petty. In which Hangman Page pulled out a piece of burnt wood from the burnt house that Swerve had and began stabbing him with it.
I mean, that's mental manipulation right there.
Yeah, I understand strategy. That's all part of wrestling. But at this point, they're going to just end up, like, you know, with a knife and just going at each other at this point.
Marcus, do you not find this ironic? I feel like it's long-term storytelling. So, remember Daniel Bryan's WWE title run when he had the Captain Planet title?
Yeah.
The eco-friendly title.
The title made
I hate
pure
plastic. He
Yeah.
said, I hate plastic. And then he gets choked out in a plastic bag. That is long-term storytelling.
Now I'm just like the fish in the ocean that I was trying to save.
I'm just like the turtles that got stuck in the plastic thing.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
This is why you have paper straws these days.
So, Manny, what are your thoughts on all the violence and the escalation of AEW's?
So I haven't finished watching AEW All Out. I just ran out of time. I've packed a suitcase.
No one has 12 hours in a day. Yeah, no one has 12 hours in a day to watch an AEW pay-per-view.
I've packed a suitcase in that time. I've done work in that time. I haven't finished it. I probably will watch it on the plane if they don't have any good movies and stuff like that.
I would recommend not watching this on the plane, Manny.
Why not?
The person next to you is gonna look at you and like, oh, you're really into this.
Well, Marcus, they shouldn't be looking at my screen in the first place.
Is it like the violence to the point where it's like, oh, this is what you're watching? He's stapling family photos on the man. Okay,
that sounds cool. Beautiful. That sounds beautiful.
It's beautiful. Okay, you don't understand the poetry that's going on here.
But yeah, from your question on how you described all the violence that has happened on the show, they have gone too far. But I feel like it's not them. It's the bloodlust of the fans. It's suddenly starting to become worse and worse. So like you can't just blame. I'm not blaming AEW. I'm blaming GCW. I'm blaming GCW for this, and like the variations of this. We need to see this, and you can't stop it. You can't stop it because once AEW have gone to that place, you can't go down and go unless they go with PG now. You can't do that. You got to either stay at that bar or keep raising it because that's what they're gonna want.
Well, on this night, during the Bryan Danielson suffocation, the crowd was chanting, "This is murder," in the middle of this.
Wow.
And after Swerve and Hangman have hit each other with cinder blocks and barbed wire and everything else and stabbed each other and whatever, the crowd is going, "We want fire." So I'm like, even then, the bloodlust wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's the fans' fault.
So my theory behind all this is, one, I could never see Hangman and Swerve lose a regular match because look at all the abuse you took right here. Now you get beat by a roll up. Get out of here. Oh, Hangman won via knockout, man. Spoiler alert.
I've seen the clip.
Okay.
Multiple
Okay.
times from different angles. Each time more vicious than the last.
It's so loud. It's so loud. And I just think
it's unprotected. It's unprotected. And I don't like when I see that. Like,
yeah.
I know one isn't gonna give Swerve CTE, but it's a dangerous thing to be. One could, and it could ruin his life.
Yeah. I just don't think what they're doing is worth it. Like, okay, we push things to the limit with this violence or whatever, and the fire, and the knives, and stabbing, and paper bags, and all that. At the end of the game, what's the benefit? Do I look at Swerve and Hangman and go like, oh yeah, now they're great wrestlers? Was anybody elevated from any of this violence? Was Brian, do I think Mox is cooler for suffocating Brian Danielson instead of choking him out?
Yeah.
No, because you know what had the same effect? The Bloodline did this with one chair. That's all they did. One chair shot to the back. And you go, oh my God. Yeah, and it told the exact same story. You don't have to go this far.
Normally, what's happened recently is Maurice watches this video later and then leaves comments in the comment section. It'd be interesting to hear his take because he was at the show. And I want to know what his take is on the increase of violence on recent AEW shows.
I'm sure he was chanting, "This is murder," and we want fire as well. Because I know me, if I was in that crowd, as much as I'm condemning it right now, if I'm in the arena, I will fucking fire right now, man.
I don't know though. I
know. I turn it off sometimes. You're like, nah. It's not
I think for me, sometimes it's a bit too much these days. Like, I don't know. I think I'm getting older where I'm starting to appreciate the hardcore wrestling a little bit less and less. I think I've said this numerous times on the show, but like I'm appreciating it a little bit less and less every time I see it.
There's no art in some of the violence. It's like some of the facial expressions are good, like some of that stuff. But I thought the more emotional stuff happens when Hangman Page is in the ring telling me, "Beg for you to beg to me. I want you to beg to me." That shit is more dramatic to see somebody get hit in the chair. I'm more entertained by little shit like that. Or I'm more entertained by watching Gunther chop the shit out of somebody. Yes, it's not like a weapon, but it fucking looks like it the way they sell. I just miss the art of selling and all that. And hardcore matches, they just seem to get more and more ridiculous each time.
So
with that being said, Willow Nightingale and Statlander had the match of the night in their Chicago street fight.
So this is what I'm kind of getting at. So I'm at the stage where I'm about to watch Will Ospreay versus Pac. So all this stuff is to come.
Yeah.
But from clips I've seen, I don't know the order of the matches that happened. I'm assuming the Willow match happened and then Danielson and then Swerve and thing.
No, the Mercedes match happened in between there and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't care about Mercedes matches.
No, same. So I don't. I can't remember the order.
Like,
but somewhere there.
in terms of violence, so like, I saw the split leg into the pin into the thumbtack. Yeah, and then that gets elevated with the murder of the plastic bag and stuff like that. And then obviously what happens in the lights out match, which is unsanctioned.
And then there was something stupid in it. It's an unsanctioned match, but the referee at one point stopped Hangman from trying to use a chair. It's like, oh no, you don't need the chair and all that. And I'm like, this is stupid.
No. So
it's stupidism in the match.
It's not. I don't find that stupid though. So like
it's unsanctioned. You're just there to count to three.
It's unsanctioned, but like think about like the thing that happened on Raw last week, where Wade didn't need to stand in front of Drew and talk him out of it and be like, "Dude, you're gonna get suspended. Stop." Yeah. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, "Come on, man, he's already dead. You don't have to do it."
Yeah, but no, but the reason the referee spot is stupid in this one is it happens early in the match or in the middle of the match when they've already hit each other with barbed wire and center blocks and shit.
Yeah, maybe he was like, enough is enough. Just do the deed.
No, because the match goes 20 more minutes. And then he allows Swerve to do the same thing. He allowed Swerve to just beat him upside the head and shit. It was like, oh, so this is okay? Fuck you,
Well,
ref.
to be fair, like it seems silly because I haven't actually seen the whole thing.
Yeah, don't argue with me.
For
Then once you see it, you go like,
about it. Yeah, for me to actually talk about it seems silly. You will never actually get my full opinions on this because I don't think we're gonna do another like we do an NXT tomorrow.
oh, you down? Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, it's WWE week. We might as well finish off WWE week, and then you two can do SmackDown on Saturday, and then WWE week is complete.
Yep. I feel like there's a missed episode of AEW there. Maybe I go solo and come in and be like, blah, 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 blah. The price is escalating even more. We now have car bombings and shit. I don't know.
No, because even when Vince did that, we all knew he took it too far.
Yeah. We may have a child getting kidnapped or something. I don't know where we're going next. But
Thing has already done that. Grayson Waller has already kidnapped the child.
oh yeah, and a lot of kidnappings happen with the Garlo Del Fantasma too. So, oh yeah, why he did kidnap a child? Jesus Christ, wrestling's going too far. But all out, I feel to me it could have been a great show. It was a good show that could have been great if they just if people could hold their breaks. Like I don't think they should have had this many matches where the violence escalated so much.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Let
me ask you this question.
Yeah.
There are a few matches that were kind of just thrown in to All Out. If they were given time to cook, do you think this show would have been a lot better? Like if you gave this show another 2 weeks before it happened, do you think this would have been a better show?
No. I think the show was what it was no matter what. I just think that they could have shortened it. It didn't have to be 5 to 6 hours or whatever it was. I didn't need the tag team match. I didn't need the Sasha Banks.
Isn't it 4 hours?
Huh?
Wasn't it 4 hours?
It's 4 hours with the 2-hour pre-show of matches as well.
Who cares about the pre-show?
I care about the Beast Mortals.
No, you don't, Marcus. Marcus, how dare you come on this show and lie to the people? We have lied many times on this show, but that lie is unacceptable.
Well, prove me wrong that I have not seen every Beast Mortals match in the past 5 weeks. I'm just saying. Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, let's shorten this shit up.
Yeah.
Moving on to Raw. Speaking of things getting shorter.
Yeah, we've already spoke about that. So should we just move into Raw?
Yeah, we should move into Raw with I think I have a few comments on this show. Just a few.
I didn't like one that it was commercial free because that made the video I had to watch 2 hours and 20 minutes. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit.
Shit. I didn't know it was until midway through the commercial freeness, and I was going like, well, it's been a while, hasn't it? And then Tessitore all of a sudden goes, commercial free for the first hour. And I go, oh dear. And I wanted to flip the Monday Night Football, you bastards. That was my entire
Whereas
plan.
I was watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
I was watching Monday Night Football.
How'd that go?
And the first drive, I feel like I was very much awake. I was like, oh, so he's played 3 plays. He was 3 and out first off. I was like, one, he's 75% of last year. And then things started moving. The running game didn't help him one bit. It felt like he was just getting a feel for being back, because a lot of the times it was 2 run plays, then throw on 3rd down. And that's not the Aaron Rodgers That's like Aaron Rodgers playing scared in my mind.
Well, he is almost 40 years old, man. He come back from Achilles injury. You can't blame a man for being scared.
Anyone coming back from Achilles is going to be scared of get re-injuring. They don't know how to plant their feet, and he didn't really play. He didn't have a preseason, which I feel like he should have had a few snaps in preseason. But we lost. I expected to lose. It's the fucking 49ers. Who have 1 more year. I'm giving them 1 more year. If they don't do it this year, they're done.
Yeah, they're done. You blow it up. You blow up that whole team. It's a failed experiment. Kittles, Debo, what's the quarterback? Brock Lesnar. Whatever.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's got stuff in him, but like who's their other receiver? I can't pronounce the name.
Yeah, whatever. But fuck the Niners. I've been saying that for years. They're in the category with the Cowboys. Hurts for you to watch them win. But this doesn't really, honestly. I didn't care. But I plan on flipping back. We're going to the hour, and Manny gets a full hour of his favorite faction, the YS6.
It wasn't an hour.
I know, they went half an hour. And Manny, they almost KO'd Cody and got 2 This Is Awesome chants. They got 2. They almost over it. They almost got 3.
You know what, though?
Like they had the I thought they were going to get it.
The problem I have here is I knew there was This Is Awesome chance because you text the group about it. And I was like, he's gone quiet. Maybe it has, and he's just saving it for the show. And then I had to like, why has Marcus made me watch this at normal speed just so I can hear the This Is Awesome chant? I hate Marcus so much. I'm so tired.
Just won 3.
I am so tired. Because if there was 3, Marcus, that would make it a 4-star match.
wait, I thought that just makes it. I thought the standard is just 3 stars. That's what you get. That's because that is now the standard. 3 This Is Awesome chants.
So wait, but the amount of This Is Awesome chants relates to the star.
It relates to the stars now. That's how excited these people got. Sorry, Pac and Ospreay, for your I think 1 star. I think you got a bunch of Fight Forevers, but that don't count.
So the YS6 win. Uncle Howdy gets involved despite being legal. I didn't like it. I didn't like.
He wasn't just legal but illegal. He just cheated.
I was like, it was illegal. It was legal, but I was like, how dare you have the nerve to accept this match and then just get involved yourself? You are no better than Chad Gable at this point.
No, when he just got involved, I went, what the fuck, man?
You are no better than him.
At the beginning of the match, they were discussing which members were going to fight. Right? I think they were picking because they wasn't sure which way the White was coming out. And he's picking, and he picks all of them, you know. Of course, Nikki Cross is in there and stuff. But then later in the match, he just gets to the ring and was like, I'm Abigail's kiss. You son of a bitch.
How dare you fucking sit in the fucking chair the whole. Do you know what? If I was in the match, Mark, this is my thinking. I've been in this match for half an hour. Yeah. And all you're gonna do is sit in this fucking chair and come in and claim all the glory? Fuck you.
I know it's no DQ, but Uncle Howdy, this is low. Even for you. This is low. And Manny, I'm giving Uncle Howdy a strike for this. This is out of line. This is out of line cheating. To me, it was unfair. This is like you're playing a. Let's imagine, Manny, you're in a football match, and your team is you know, that someone gets they get a 12th man randomly just run onto the field and be like, go, or add a second goalie or some shit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, man. They have 12 people out here.
Yeah. So Finn Balor comes out.
Made me laugh though.
No, it made me furious.
It made me laugh. Cause I was like, oh, so you just gonna cheat, huh? I'm in there watching this by myself, and then just left me in tears going, oh, he just gonna fucking cheat. That ain't shit.
Finn says it doesn't have to be this way. Damien, you say I screwed you, but you screwed the Judgment Day. I tried to help him up when I joined the Judgment Day. The more I helped you, the more you held me down. I was the guy that made sure you stayed champion, but let's not forget, I would have been World Heavyweight Champion if it wasn't for you lurking behind my back with that briefcase every time. It was him that screwed Finn. Damien comes out, says ever since Finn broke up the real Judgment Day. Marcus, the real Judgment Day is Damien Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Edge. That is the real.
That's the original Judgment Day, and Finn did break that up. He did.
He's been trying to get his hands on him, but he runs
Broke it up
time.
twice. This motherfucker ain't shit.
Finn said Damien turned Finn into a sidekick. Him and Rhea are gonna fall on the same night because he wants him one-on-one at Bad Blood. Damien accepts.
Can I pause for you for a minute?
Yeah.
When he said you turned me into a sidekick, did you imagine him in the Robin outfit?
No, I imagined.
I mean,
Finn Thing is, the worst thing is, I heard sidekick and I imagined the T-Mobile sidekick.
Oh man, there's the levels of sidekicks because that's the ranking. I go Robin number 1, T-Mobile sidekick number 2, the movie Chuck Norris movie sidekicks number 3. That's how my sidekicks work. And then I think the actual sidekick comes in.
Yeah, Damien wants to drop him, but Finn reminds him about the Judgment Day playbook. Damien goes, "I wrote that Judgment Day playbook," and then we see a failed attempt at a Judgment Day attack. It was only till the numbers game got the better of Damien beforehand, because Damien looked like he had it under control at one point.
Yeah, I have a question for Damien. What did you write in his playbook that was different from what anybody had? And then jump somebody, and then you still came out alone.
Attack and jump and get numbers game.
Yeah,
And then,
they can't overcome this. Okay, I know their playbook. I know they're going to jump and attack me. So what I'm going to do is do with the person who I put in this play. I'm going to fight back though. It's the numbers game, Damien. Yeah, I'm going to lose. So I would
like to see him wear the quarterback playbook thing.
Yeah.
Attack.
Counter this attack.
Rhea hobbles to make the save. Rhea deals with Dom and Liv out on the outside until Liv with a sneak attack on that injured leg. They do a number with the crutches on both Rhea and Damien. Jey Uso makes the save.
He's very late on this one. I'm assuming he was prepared for his Intercontinental title contender match or whatever. But he was a little late on his save. No music in his save.
Yeah, but I'm assuming, do you know what it was? I'm assuming Braun Breaker was at the back chatting shit like he was all through the night to everyone.
He's just walking up to everybody. What's your name again? Or what did you ever do? Nobody in your family beat this. And just back there.
Chatting shit all night.
Anyway, the Terror Twins are destroyed and the Judgment Day.
We don't see them again because they're at a local medical facility.
One.
Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeat the Unholy Union. A decent match. It wasn't
decent
too bad.
Match. That was fun. Yeah. You know, I missed the Bianca singles run. I don't know why. I felt like this was the match where I was like, you know what? They can really use it back in the singles division.
This tag thing is enough to make you miss it. That's the thing. It's like when they inevitably turn on each other, I'm like, yes. The end of the cackling women. 2, Bianca's back in the ring of singles.
Yep. Snap, cackle, and pop will be no more. And they are back at it. And,
I forgot we named them that.
You named them that, and I am accepting that name. Snap, cackle, and pop will be no more.
Snap, cackle, and pop will not return. A banged up Kairi and Io Sky tell them don't get used to having those titles. And I love Kairi because she just points to her eye.
Yeah.
And just full on like in blame mode. You fucking did this.
You did this even though it was clearly you who jumped into the table.
Marcus, even if I ran into a parked car, I would blame the owner.
Yeah. I would like to give, I don't know, I'm going to give her a golden star. I don't even know what we give for people who praise. For random things on the show. Kairi's
stars, Marcus. We give stars.
Yeah, but that's normally for matches. I don't know for something that was like 2 seconds of camera time, but Kairi's pointing at her eye was more charisma than Ricochet, Cesaro, or Pac has had their entire...
PFC.
Or PMC as well. Did any of those people had their entire career? Just her going like, you fucked my eye up. Like that, I believed it.
So we get Joe Testastore and Wade Barrett back in the ring. They bring in Bret Hart. He's limping to the ring, like when Owen kicked his leg out of his leg back in the Royal Rumble 94.
He's still selling, guys. The beauty of selling people.
But main man Gunther comes out. Interrupts Bret. Boring! And I mean boring! Coming home speech. To return to Calgary. Gunther says it's a passing of the torch moment as Bret is the best there was. But Gunther is the best there is and the best there ever will be. Gunther says everybody watched him growing up. And he has always been a childhood hero for him. But he will always be a close second to his actual favorite. Bill Goldberg.
Ooh. So, I'm glad that I've lived through 2 eras of Bret Hart. That the get heat in Canada used to say, back in the day, for all these young folks out there, used to always say, Shawn Michaels in Canada. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta say it. Shawn Michaels would get booed. Fuck Shawn. Bret's like, fuck him too. Yeah. We have entered the new era. To go after Bret personally, you bring up Bill Goldberg. Because we know that will never be ended. And I would like to say, I think if I'm Gunther, I don't know anything about his life. Don't know anything about a lot of wrestlers' personal life. But he seems like one of these Bret Hart guys who is like, I idolize Bret Hart. I take wrestling serious. I feel like this is the
I don't
moment.
think he's a Bret Hart guy. I don't think he's a Bret Hart guy. If
You don't
anything,
think
he's
so?
a Stu Hart guy. The way he wrestles is a Stu Hart guy.
let me crinkle him up. Let me give you a half Boston crab and bend you a little bit.
The only thing he hasn't taken from Stu, that he's modified from Stu, is that stupid leap and jump and dive he does.
Told you not to die. But anyway, I'm assuming he's a Hart guy. I'm assuming he enjoys a lot of Bret matches. And I think the way he was getting booed, Dominik Mysterio style, the way being in there with Bret Hart and being able to talk down to Bret Hart as being world champion, I think that might be the peak of his world title run right there. I think you can't be happier than that. I feel like if I'm Gunther, this is it. This is me. I fucking made it. This is a career right here. I'm getting the booed. I got Bret Hart eating out my head. I get to bring up Bill Goldberg. I'm the world champion. Sammy comes out there. He talking shit. But I could just be like, nah, bitch, and walk away.
Yeah, but Sammy has no reason to be coming out there. Sammy done lost everything recently, and he thinks he can just go, I lost the IC title, I've beaten you before, I deserve a world heavyweight title, man. It don't work like that, Sammy.
It does
you gotta earn
work.
your way in.
No, it does work like
Anyway.
that. I mean, the only thing Sammy is doing, though, is doing his polite way. All he has to do is attack Gunther, and then all of a sudden, you're the number 1 contender. It works like that. Or a tag team with him.
That works if you're a face.
No, that's a heel. That's the heel tactic.
Yeah, the
To
heel
attack
doesn't
you.
accept matches like that.
I know, so we have to... if you were Sammy, how would you go about this? How would you get your title match that you probably don't deserve?
Go to Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is so out of control these days. He would probably agree to anything because he's so not in the moment at this moment in time.
He's only in his drink. He only wants to drink. So, but I thought this was a really good segment, and again, it might be the best world title Gunther segment he will ever have. I thought it was really good until he accepts.
Dragon Lee takes on Dominik Mysterio. I don't think this match was that good. It was the usual Judgment Day nonsense.
Dragon Lee showed a lot of power in this game, but I never felt he was winning. Dom had this.
Do you ever get confidence when Dragon Lee's out there? I don't.
I do. I always think, I have a look back of, you know what? They pushed him to the main roster quickly from NXT. There's a part of me that thinks they really like Dragon Lee, but they just don't know what to do with Dragon Lee. I think he's Ricochet now. I think he's Ricochet.
No, I think he's Sin Cara at this moment in time.
Don't do that. His lights are normal.
He's one trampoline away from being Sin Cara. PFC come out. Lyra Valkyria and Zelina come out. They drag out Natty for
They come
Calgary.
out on a boat. Yep.
And the finish was a Boston Crab, a half crab, and a sharpshooter to win the match.
I don't believe this should have been counted. The referee should have threw all the women out the ring before he made his decision.
Nah, PFC deserved this. PFC deserved this because they're trash.
PFC, every time I see him, man, I think I'm going on the boat, Eric. I want to see PFC as much as possible because I am entertained by PFC and their blandness. I've never seen someone that bland where I'm entertained to see how bland are they going to be next. Like their whole line of shoot your shot or something and don't miss whatever it is terrible. But the main thing that comes to me is, they hold the guns up like this. All I think about is me and Yim doing this every time you see them.
You know what I need to see? And I hope you do this for me, Marcus. I need you to find a plate of Candice LeRae's bland chicken and you just replace it with PFC on that plate because they are fucking boring.
Love them. I love how boring they are because I know it's agitating you too. It's great.
It's so boring.
They're so bland and boring, and everything they do is the dullest thing ever. But I love it. I was happy. I think they need to, when they cut away. I don't know if this was the next segment, but if you go PFC to Karrion Kross, I think Karrion Kross got them beat.
No, it wasn't Karrion Kross just yet. But Marcus, I'm gonna give you this, and it may sound controversial, and it may because I'm delirious and tired.
Oh shit! Hold on. I'm ready to hit mute.
I would rather watch Thea Hale for 20 minutes than watch PFC.
What's the hell doing, Manny? Just living her life?
The usual nonsense on NXT. The usual nonsense for 20 minutes.
You're not even picking it up. Just her going.
Yeah. Revving up like Scrappy do.
Oh, we get the hell tonight on NXT tonight live. But yeah, I'm more into PFC as in, wow, this is really on television in 2024.
Yep.
And I don't think it would be on television any other time ever. I don't think Vince would have ever had this on TV.
Vince would have fired them.
Yeah, I feel like this is the Paul Levesque. I want revenge on Vince on stuff I could never put on TV. And yes,
Vince would have fired Zoe Stark a long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sonya would have been gone too. Although she does check the bracket for LGBTQ. That's like the only person they acknowledge ever. So I don't know how that would go. But Zoe will be gone for sure. Shayna's a team player and just will be around as she re-upped her contract.
Oh. Drew McIntyre says he isn't done with CM Punk, but he is the one that ended CM Punk's career. He's got some bad news for Wade Barrett. He asks why did he step in the way of ending CM Punk.
This got serious.
He's just disappointed. But he does. If he does it again, he will be angry and he will do something about it. That's when Adam Pearce, drunk ass, comes out, says he spoke to CM Punk, and Punk isn't done with Drew either. And he says the fight ends at Bad Blood, and we'll fight in hell. In hell.
My favorite thing about this is Drew McIntyre's response. Oh, you think you slapped 4 quarters and think it was over? That was it? Ooh, you didn't pin me. You slapped 4 quarters and you thought that was the end of it? Fuck you. You can. Nah, it's never over. Well, he assumed he in his career, and I was intrigued about the Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre interaction. I was like, get him, Wade, let's go.
Yeah, I wanted Wade to come back for just one. Come on, Wade.
Yeah, let's go on one. Let's go on one.
One more ball hammer. One more ball hammer.
And I would love for him to come back and say, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Just to crap out. I am your opponent at Bad Blood.
Marcus, do you know what? I would happily have Wade Barrett one more match end Karrion Kross.
What?
Tired of seeing Karrion Kross, man. Karrion Kross is now talking to the Miz in the back, saying Miz is in a rut. Woods questions what he's doing. Woods tells him, don't listen to him. And then Kofi tells Woods he got himself a tag team match. And Woods was like, I thought we were going singles.
Yeah. And you know what, Manny? They were advertising the 10-year celebration of New Day. I think that's what is going to happen. I think that's where.
Win titles?
No, someone's going to turn on somebody.
Ooh.
I think that's what's going to happen. They put it out there. That's coming up. And it could be this week coming up with these tag team title matches or whatever, but I think it's coming.
Marcus, I know I had this in the Tony Storm, Mariah May feud. I think I need Biggie like tease. Mina Shirakawa. I should not call her titties, but Mina Shirakawa. I mean, Biggie's got some big meat and big cheeks.
He does. In fact, they can argue over who has the tightest tits in the game. Oh no, Minas are not tight at all. God, it's loosey goosey. But they can argue about it.
I feel like Biggie being conflicted in this would be very good for TV.
Yeah, I think he was like, guys, you can't be doing this. We're a family and all that. And then, they just tear each other apart. Maybe they're working
We
out
get Rey.
anyway.
We get Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. This technically is a triple
Classic.
match because Finn Balor gets DQ'd for not releasing a half Boston crab in the ropes.
I don't know why
Do you know what I
this
have
made me laugh.
do you know why I have a problem with this?
Why?
Do you know normally when a referee sometimes gets to 3 or 4, they start tussling into getting.
Yeah, he's trying to pull you up. Like,
Bring
what
it!
the fuck?
Bring it!
What's wrong with
He
you?
didn't do anything. He was like 5. Fuck you.
No, so what
so
happened
fun.
was, this is my favorite part. This goes with the Kyrie Zane eye look for me. Which favorite moments of the week? Finn not letting it go and looked at the referee. The referee was counting to 4. He was like, I ain't letting it go. He just told. The ref was like, 5, goddammit, disqualified. And then he looks again, I told you I wasn't letting it go. And started laughing. Because fuck Rey Mysterio. Finn don't need to go to the pay window. He didn't need this match.
Finn continues to take out Rey after the bell. And this ends the segment.
This week, Finn looked like a main eventer. I don't know where he's going in his career, but he looked like a main eventer this week.
Yeah, I feel like they still need to right the wrong. He needs the world title.
He does. He does. Should he beat Gunther? No. But if Sammy
I think
happens
he's the
to
only
beat
one
Gunther,
that I think of all the people currently actually on the active roster. I'm not even talking about Seth Rollins because he's injured or on holiday or whatever. I think if they continue to build Finn, outside of him and Drew are the only people that could look likely to beat Gunther.
you're not going to give CM Punk the chance? Him and his bracelets?
No, as we watched in that video before, CM Punk is Chelsea, where you think they're going to win, but they don't.
But I have CM Punk winning that title before he hangs it up. This is not a situation. I think he's going to win it at either Mania or before Mania so he can main event
Yeah, I don't want
WrestleMania.
it.
I feel like that's in his contract.
Yeah, I don't really want him winning the beating Gunther though, because it's not realistic. No way in hell should CM
Why
Punk.
is that what? Of all the matches, that's not realistic. Him beating Drew McIntyre don't seem realistic. Drew McIntyre is a tank of a man.
Yeah, and I don't think if he can just he didn't beat Drew in that Four Corners match, Marcus.
He tapped out
Oh,
four
you can touch
corners,
Four
man.
Corners. You touched Four Corners. This wasn't a last man standing match. You just touched Four Corners in a quick time. Drew, if this was last man standing match, Drew could have probably got up.
I don't know. He put him to sleep like 8 times at the end. I think Drew was knocked out, to be honest. It's kind of definitive.
Yeah, I feel like Finn is a likely contender now, and I think they should right the wrong. But like, how long do you really give Gunther this world title run? How long can you really give? Because like, title runs have become too long.
Yep. Let's cut some short. Let's get some short ones. The IC title's moving around, but it's not going to move around much now that Breaker has it. Tag titles are bouncing back and forth. US title, who cares? Let's be honest. So, enough of these little title runs. Let's cut this one short.
Yeah, you don't always need to have like give someone a good 6 months. That's it.
Yeah. Only Trick Williams has got the short title run, but I think he's about to get a longer one now that he's about to win it on the CW.
I don't want him to win.
He's winning it
I
at
really
the CW debut. You know he is.
Marcus, I need Pete to do something with his career. This week he's gonna be the ultimate loser of getting into title matches.
Well, as Testator said, he's the workhorse of the WWE. Always keeps his shoes by the door because he's always ready to wrestle. Which I was like, what kind of cold ass line? He has some cold lines in there. Testator has some cold stuff in there. I was like, oh. I think he had a Dominik Mysterio line too in there where he was like, why he's dirty. And he was like, oh, the clean stuff, but it's all ruined now because Dirty Dom is here to make it even filthy. I was like, what the fuck does it do? Well, you went 4 Moro right here. You went 4 Moro in the hell.
No, that's not Moro. Moro would go full. Moro would use actual pop culture references. Testator is writing a fiction novel with all the adjectives.
Yeah.
All of them. He used all of them to describe that.
Yeah. So those were my positives of Testator. I was like, oh, where did that come from? Where he got that? Like, I think the more he gets comfortable, the better it get. But shout out to Finn. I don't even know where we're at. Shout out to Finn for taking out Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, we're at the main event now. So it's Jey Uso versus Pete Dunne versus Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Strowman. So we've already mentioned Braun Breaker riling up all the competitors individually. I feel like the one he said to Braun was the worst, the meanest one. It's like, whatever, big boy.
Yeah, it was so dismissive. But they all were kind of dismissive, but I don't know, respect to the man. I enjoy his shit talking, because that's kind of, I feel like that's how I walk around with a title. If I'm the champion of anything, that's how I'm walking around. What you gonna do, Butch?
Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman is taken out by Bronson Reed.
Ah!
Bronson Reed.
I think that's
the
Man,
barrel return.
Now that has happened, and I've seen it in physical form of a fat man just coming out of nowhere and jumping at me through a table, I feel that's a new phobia I've gotten right now. Why would this happen? Like, you could just be out lunch, you just sit on a park bench, and all of a sudden, what the fuck?
Have you ever seen those videos that circle online of the fat black guy that goes, trustful?
No.
People are running from him when they see him. I was like, I know you! You're that guy! I see a guy run and actually dive into the passenger side of a car. Because this guy is so big, he just falls on them. Like, trustful! No, I can have that.
Yeah, that's clearly Bronson Reed's gimmick right now when he jumped on Strowman through that table. Overall, this was a good match. Didn't think Ilya had a chance. Believe Pete for one moment. There was one pinfall where I went, Pete did it!
No, I thought Ilya was taking the pin in this. I honestly thought Ilya's here to take the pin.
Yeah, that's what I would have normally had. But Jey Uso comes out on top. Everybody eats with him, and everybody's going to be disappointed as he loses to Braun Breaker. Spear versus spear match, kind of.
Do you know who's going to be upset more? Rikishi. And we'll hear about it on Rikishi's podcast. Back that ass up or something, whatever that is, whatever his podcast is.
Again, we're getting more and more people in this podcasting game, and podcasting game has become its own series, essentially. I mean, you now have two dueling podcasters of Logan Paul and Kevin Nash going at it. For whatever reason.
You know, I agree. I saw the comment Montez Red Cup left on the short of Logan Paul telling Kevin Nash to go fuck himself. All I thought of was CM Punk's, who's Kevin Nash? Click, click, click. On the text, no, that's just Kevin Nash's knees.
That's what CM Punk was asking his sister. Oh, his sister asked him, who's Kevin Nash? Well, it's a wild universe we live in where the podcast beef is hotter than some of the beef in the actual show.
Yeah.
So bitter men are arguing how you should watch wrestling. That's where we're at right now. You should watch wrestling this way. You should watch it this way. You should wrestle this way. You should wrestle this way.
So, despite me being tired, I generally thought I was going to go into this resenting this whole episode of Raw. It wasn't that bad.
It's a good episode of Raw.
It was a good episode.
Premiere. I thought it started off. It was a season premiere.
Was it?
Yeah, it's a season premiere of all the shows.
Nah, Marcus. The real season premiere is when it goes to 2 hours. That's the real season premiere.
That's when we all rejoice. You know, what's that fucking song? The end of Phantom Menace. That's how we should be with Raw's 2 hours. No, it's a celebration song. It's just what's the celebration song of Phantom Menace? Now I gotta look at my Star Wars and get a copyright.
Why do you remember the song from Phantom Menace, one of the worst films ever?
You say that now, Betty.
The birth of Misa, Jaja, Binks, Misa. Let me get to this comment while you look for this bullshit.
That is not the song at all.
No. That sounded like a South Africa World Cup song. J.K. Smith said, good morning, evening. The Jets are giving Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné vibes at the moment. A whole lot of under-delivering and boring nothingness. There was no hype going into the season. Because we didn't have that stupid hard knock. No, there wasn't as much hype as there was last season.
No, of course not. But it's still hype because they're still coming off last season, and you gotta think of it this way: you're only on Monday Night Football because there's still hype. If it wasn't no hype, Manny, you would have been on at 9 a.m. in California.
We should have been on Sunday. I don't think we should have been Monday Night Football. The funniest thing I saw on First Take the other day was they said that there's a weird smell coming out of East Rutherford, New Jersey, and during football season it's normally the Giants. I think it could also be the Jets because both the Jets and the Giants have been stinking it up.
It's true. New York football has been terrible, and it's going to continue this year.
Well, the Bills are still credible.
Are they? Did they almost lose to the Cardinals this week?
Yeah, but again, do you know what it is? The Bills are in the same category as the 49ers. If they don't get it done this year, you're done. Your project's over.
It's over.
Start again.
I'm just depressed that all of our football teams lost this weekend, except for Eric's and his Pittsburgh Steelers. The fuck was that?
Who started? Was it Justin Fields?
Yeah, Fields and Russell Westbrook was labeled inactive for the game due to undisclosed injury.
The Bears won too.
Caleb Williams looked like trash.
He still
and
won.
That's our NFL round. We should add this to our random segment of maybe throw NFL picks into our random shows. Put it out on Sunday.
It has to be on Saturday. It comes out. We do it on the show on Saturday, and then you release it on Sunday. You have to cut it on Sunday for Sunday.
No. Not doing that. Well, now it's
Marcus. I have a story for you.
Okay.
I was at a show on Friday.
Okay.
When you meet new people, Marcus, how do you open a conversation?
Hello, how are you?
Okay, now imagine you're at a wrestling show.
Probably not that generic, but
when you're at a wrestling show and you start talking about what was your in, how did you get into wrestling? I wasn't expecting the story I was told.
Oh shit, you got Batman? My parents were killed in a dark alley.
It was worse than Batman. Let me ask you first. How did you get into wrestling, Marcus?
I was born with it, Manny. I was molded by it. It's a family tradition. They carry on from lineage to lineage. The one thing our family kept in our culture is professional wrestling.
Okay, so at the show on Saturday, this guy told me he's in, and bear in mind, I wasn't even talking to him. He was talking to the person next to me, and then suddenly the person next to me included me in it. Okay. He said, do you remember WWE 13? That was the one with CM Punk. That was CM Punk on the cover.
2K13, yeah.
I don't think it was 2K13, I think it was just WWE 13.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He said, so back in the day, obviously you still had to install games. He said he installed it, and then he said the moment while it was installing, he was so excited, he shit himself. At this point, Marcus, you seem shocked. At this point, I don't even know his name. And I tell him this, and I was like, I don't know your name. So at this point, you're shitty pants. At this point, the boy that shit himself over wrestling. I don't know your name. That is not something you tell people when you first meet them.
No. Hey, nice to meet you. I shit myself about 10 years ago.
I don't even think I'm telling that to people after 10 meets.
No. That's one of those stories that I say for a wrestling podcast years later. Like, yeah, I shit myself before. I was loading up WWE 13 and just shit myself.
Yeah, it's just not something you speak about.
So horrible. I'm still trying to figure out why. On what planet was that okay?
Yeah, it's never okay. Montez Red Cup. This is from a t-shirt brand, Boys Get Sad Too. They donate 10% of their sales to a mental health charity. Yeah,
charity.
10%.
See, here I'm thinking.
Thing called Calm, and It's to promote men's mental health because men in their 30s are the highest percentage of suicide rates. It is World Suicide Prevention Day, so I thought I'd wear a shirt
Oh,
to go along with it.
see, I had no meaning to this shirt. I just thought it looked good with the chain.
All black shirts are good with a chain.
So I just thought, yeah, that's what I thought it was.
No. And this shirt is like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah, the Becky Lynch shirt. Gunther's a WCW fan. I can see that. I think in the next match, you got to start throwing the Bill Goldberg sidekick. Once you announce Bill Goldberg's your hero, you got to start throwing Bill Goldberg sidekicks and start doing some of his shit.
Yeah.
Because
He has to do a jackhammer, at least. He has to do a jackhammer in his next match. I don't want to see Gunther do the spear. Too many people do the spear.
Nah,
If he does a spear or anything like that big splash he does these days,
I want him to do the career. I want him to do the career ending sidekick. Just throw you to the ropes and wow.
Marcus, I need him to do that at Survivor Series because that's in Canada, and so if he does it and Bret's in the audience, I'm like, Bill Goldberg. Ooh.
Goldberg.
Yeah, Jimmy, I've been meaning to wear some of their shirts on stream because it is actually something worthwhile promoting every now and again. I think men need to talk more. I think talk your feelings out to someone at least. Make sure someone's listening. Don't suffer in silence.
Yeah. Don't be like me and bottle it up and plan on selling it later. Put it in a tell-all book. It never works
this
out
is
for
my
you.
outlet.
It never works out for you to bottle it up.
Yeah,
and
this
try to
is
sell it
technically
later.
my outlet. I should have taken a break months ago, but like this is my outlet.
Shout out to WWE for doing officially becoming a babyface promotion and being probably the classiest thing I think they've done, if not ever, where they under the hockey player. I don't know how to say his name probably properly. I'm not a hockey guy. I'm sorry, but that was really well done. From Tessitore to Redmond to the tribute area they had out there and all of that, and I was like, wow, this is really well done. It's a tragedy that happened. I knew the incident him and his brother was riding bikes, hit by some guy who's, when they called the dude out, going to jail for murder, I went, oh. When Tessitore said that, I was like, oh, they're bringing up murder in this.
Yeah.
Normally they just say it's a tragedy or something. They brought up, nah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, so it feels weird wearing this shirt to promote our shit, but
Protect my mental health. Yeah. Like,
buy our merch at thesharpshooters.creator-spring.com. Get yourself a Untitled Manny and Marcus shirt. Either variation, but let me tell you, you seem way cooler when you wear the Lord Manny Hayes variant.
I disagree, Manny. I'm one of those people. You know, I was at a political rally the other day, and I broke out my racially ambiguous, or not racially ambiguous, racially inciting Hulk Hogan Untitled Manny and Marcus shirt. You know what? Not as racially exciting as I thought it would be, but it was brought out. And you know what? I thought that is the best shirt we have. That's the best shirt.
Hold on, police. Yeah, my co-host is lying again because he has not this shirt.
Goddamn, man. See, this is not how ads work. This is not how ads work. Okay?
You don't lie to the people.
You lie to the people. You lie to the people. You think every YouTuber is out there using the shit that they do? Come and get this shoe. My feet hurt, and so I got this shoe moisturizer that helps my feet. You think they're using that shit on a daily basis or ever use that? No, they don't. They're lying to you. Don't trust these YouTubers or podcasts or anything they say they always use. They're lying to you. They don't all use Squarespace.
I promoted, I have worn.
Exactly. I don't wear our merchandise because I'm cool.
You ain't.
You can't wear your own merchandise, man. You can't wear your own merchandise.
Correction, you can, because I wore it at work today.
And correction, I have done that too, but that's a different story. Don't interrupt my ad and tell people I'm lying. I would never lie to the people in an ad. I just like to tell stories.
In fact, this is me at work today because all my current shirts are in it's come up as a HEC file. Fuck you, Apple.
Yeah. Well, my shirt's coming with an HATE file. Pure hate. But yeah, go ahead. Wear the show, promote the show, bring us up to our 400,000 subscriber, which is, April away from getting there, or one real Ripley video away from getting us there again. So move us up into there. It would, put some money in our pocket. Manny has a trip. I'm sure he's gonna spend a bunch of money on there. Oh, look at Manny.
Me?
Oh, look out! He's going to the elevator. Excited nipples and everything.
I was hoping you didn't notice that.
No. Excited nipples. He's ready to go to work. He's going in there, full Bryan Danielson. He may get inducted with a paper bag.
It is wrestling. I'm expecting my abduction at some point on this podcast.
Yeah. According to wrestling, I'm fearing, someone could burn down my house and nothing happens to them. Oh, I could get smothered with a paper bag and nothing happens to people. Oh, I could get a needle shoved through my cheek. Nothing happens to nobody. A cinder block. I might can survive that fall, but nah.
Oh, Jimmy sent me some ideas for videos of basically not how-tos, FAQs, which I think will do really well as like separate videos of like get to know Marcus, get to know Manny, get to know that Eric guy that's barely here, that the one that goes click 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 click.
Yeah, I saw Eric cut a shoe promo in front of all these people, and then they cut him off his feed.
Marcus, I generally feel really bad for what I did on that. On
you are a piece of shit. Asked about the suit.
You were thinking about it too.
No, I knew the answer to the suit. I just thought we were joking in our own separate group chat about the suit. I didn't think you would actually go into the chat. So Eric entered the art contest for photography and invited us to attend virtually. I could attend it physically, but I'm not driving all the way to Pasadena and driving back and then going to work. I'm going to have to save my energy, so I did it virtually. I did it with Manny, and we watched it. And we watched all the presentation. The first lady come up there. She was telling her story. A very emotional story about her health and all that and how photography has helped her and whatnot. But she had a picture of soup. And we had just got finished talking about soup on the show, by the way, when we were talking about when I said something was chunky or something. I can't remember.
No, he described a woman. He described a woman as chunky and old.
Which led to, so she was soup.
I was like, no, but that was like, that's where me and Eric's mind goes food instantly. It was like, I think that's how you describe like gone off soup.
Yeah. So anyway, we go off to describing a woman as soup to this photography, and the lady has a picture of soup. And I did know how she got there and what the soup represented, because it was a mess and the soup didn't look good, and it was like, oh, okay. But Manny will continue to egg it on by going to the group chat in front of a live audience and saying, so what's up with the soup? That's the only question. And made her answer. And then made her answer this question or statement about the soup. And you get the saddest story. It's like, oh, she can't eat soup anymore because of her elements and stuff. She has a tremor. Yeah, and I was like, I knew it, but Manny made her answer the hardest question of the day. Anyway, the event seemed to be a success for Eric. I think he, tied for first and second. He's definitely second. The miniature lady killed it. I don't know what she. That just seemed
the last lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, her shit was cool. Like,
yeah,
it was like really colourful as well, and there's obviously like models and shit.
Miniatures, and I was like, oh, you ain't competing with that. But yeah, I just thought. But Eric will argue he had the most questions asked about his.
Yeah, but the chat was popping for his. More people, I feel more people showed up for Eric than anything. But Eric, I'm gonna call you out. If you ever do this again, I don't want to see pictures of just random people in the street anymore. I want actual photography. I'm tired of seeing pictures of bums in the street.
We just got street photography, Manny. What do you want?
No, boring. I want real photography.
Street photography is real photography. There are people in the streets
Nah.
you interpret. They tell their story. They tell your story.
If I can do it,
Who lives,
it
who
shouldn't be
dies,
allowed.
who tells your story.
If I can do it, it shouldn't be allowed. You saw me take that picture of that nature.
That nature.
That nature. I'm a photographer.
That's a picture of that nature. I don't know what I took a picture of. We call it
Marcus,
that nature though.
I'm a
It could be
city boy.
anything on Earth.
I'm a
Anything on Earth is nature.
I'm a city boy. You're lucky I even know what trees are and grass.
When I tell him about nature with Manny, he thinks I'm talking about Ric Flair or Buddy Rogers. Why Buddy Rogers? I don't know.
Because we like to get old in it.
We like to get
When you
old,
when,
right?
when you lot are not around, we watch wrestling from the 60s.
Yep. When do you get to those watch-alongs? DQ for... What's the DQ? Why'd they throw it out? Why'd they throw the match out? I don't understand. Hey, old
You can
wrestling's the
actually
best
hear the
wrestling.
film. You can hear the film in the projector go.
You can actually feel that the people really think this guy has to win, otherwise their life is going to hell. Oh no! Superstar Billy Graham won. Oh no!
But yeah,
Evil
that
has
is
triumphed.
that is the end of today's nonsense. We'll be back tomorrow with NXT.
Jam-packed show of NXT tonight. The show that I think no one's going to watch because Battle of Words. Kamala Harris. Donald Trump. 101 tonight live while NXT is going on.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace ain't
Remember,
saving that show.
We'll record. Will we be recording tomorrow? And then that is the last show till I am back. Well, actually, Eric and Marcus are doing a show on Saturday, and if I'm free, I will jump in and say hello.
Hello, it's me on the road. This is Betty. How you doing?
As they
the weather?
review a 3-hour SmackDown.
Is it 3 hours?
Yeah,
It is?
yeah.
No. No, I don't accept that.
USA.
No.
You may get
No,
the Rock.
God.
You may get the Rock.
Unless he's in bell bottoms and whipping white boys, Betty, I don't want to see him. Those were the days. Never gonna get those days back.
He wasn't the final boss. He was the final master.
Yeah. Look at me now. Look at you now, boy.
They just didn't want to say master on the TV. He was the final master.
The master.
Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Like the video, subscribe. We out. Peace.
There it is. That's some real goat shit right there. Some real goat shit. By the way, if you're any of these women and Zelina Vega's able to put you in a Boston Crab and you can't get out of that, you need to retire. She weighs what, 60 pounds?
Is that Shayna?
Shayna. Has to be. I don't know. They're bland as posing together. They just blend in with the mat. That's how bland they are. They blend in with the mat.
I need to. The referee looks like he could be photoshopped into. Do you know the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie when he's holding two things to hold the train together?
We can do any Spider-Man man. You can do the points. You can do hold the train. He could be in any movie where he's just like spaced out. Ah!
Okay, we out. Peace.